Hello, last round in the candidates tournaments here, round 14. Gukesh, half a point ahead of Nakamura, Nepomniachtchi and Caruana. And Gukesh is playing Nakamura. So I guess Gukesh is thinking that, like, you shouldn't, in chess you shouldn't think about the result so much, you should only focus on the game, but that's easy to say. It's harder to do. But if you just think about this table, it would be good for Gukesh to draw against Hikaru, because if he loses to Hikaru, it's over. He's knocked out. Hikaru will get +4 and Gukesh will get +3 and he's out. And even if he makes a draw like happened here, gets stay on +4 and Hikaru stays on +3, if Nepomniachtchi and Fabiano both draw like here, then he still wins. And even if one of these players would win, he would secure a tiebreak against Nepomniachtchi or Caruana. So very, very a very exciting last round here. And as we will see here, Hikaru will play a bit of a weird opening here. He's not playing his normal 1e4 for some reason, I guess, which if Gukesh, if he would play the Italian against Gukesh is good at the Italian, but it's still, Italian is very complicated, lots of winning chances here. So he goes for d4, and Gukesh, instead of go for Queen's Gambit, go for the Queen's Gambit accepted, which is supposed to be a safe opening here. But now Hikaru goes for he goes for the main line, and there are sharper ways to play for a win for white. What Hikaru does here, knight f3, is like the safest, but one move he could try is for example e4. He could try this. It's complicated, but maybe he was surprised by this Queen's Gambit accepted. Maybe he prepared something else. He has to stick to his main opening. But Hikaru's main opening repertoire, both with white and black, they are very solid. But they are very solid and safe. But Hikaru has realized that he's good in the end games. But he's not so good at positional play, as I understand. He's good at tactics, good at end games. So he wants simple positions. And he wants to play simple positions basically, and that's what will happen in this game too. But that's also mean that it's hard for him to win. He gets a safe position here. This is mainline theory, and but it's not so easy to win here. So for example, instead of knight c3 is his try to play something unusual. It's more common actually to castle first. And then Kramnik liked this endgame. Kramnik liked to play this endgame. Maybe Hikaru could have tried that one. Computer likes this endgame also. But he could also do this, and then this is yeah, play a position like this, but he doesn't go for something like this and maybe for. Instead, Hikaru plays this move, which I don't really know, but it looks like it might give white, and then a3 for some reason. I don't really know this line too well, but it's already. For some reason, in this endgame here, there is this old Russian. It's like a Soviet school books for endings that I read when I was a teenager. Of course, translated to English, and it's basically it talks in this position in the endgames that arise often here. You don't want the knight here. For some reason, like, let's say here, for example, something like this. Then you actually often don't want that. You want to play b4 and this, and then something like that instead. I don't know why he used, that's just what that book said, but apparently computer likes to play in that style. So what maybe that book is wrong, and computer knows better, of course, but that's the way I thought. And Gukesh thinks the same way here. He's not putting the knight on c6 too early. He's saving that to go to b7 later. But now it only applies if like white takes there. But now white takes, and you could get, this would be kind of this structure here, both lines open. It's, you can see already computer thinks this is fine for black here, because how the pieces are. But instead Hikaru takes with a pawn, and I guess that must have been because of the match situation that he needs to win. So he feels like that an isolated pawn gives him more chances to win. But as we will see, it's not really the case here, because b4 is quite strong, and it's has some tactical things here. Hikaru tries that, but it will only like he will lose some tempo here, I think. So maybe a better try to get an advantage would be this one. Then it looks like Gukesh should play this one. So that's a nice tactic to remember here. You want to take here to get control of this one here, and apparently it's you can see it's equal. So I guess Hikaru saw that, so he played here instead. Black took. He took. And here, I guess this is because of the match situation, like normal maybe to go here and here. I think maybe this could be a bit interesting, but yeah. Something like this is apparently not. I thought this could, white could be happy with this maybe, but the computer is not so impressed here. Sorry. So instead he tries to go back and save pawn. Not save a pawn, but save the knight, but keep more pieces, but it's still yeah, hard for him to create anything. Black has already equalized here. And of course go back. Black would also go back, so white has to defend, and then he trades, of course, and goes with the new knight to d5 soon. Here, if it wasn't this situation, I'm pretty sure Hikaru would have done this one. It's a classic way to get, like, you give up your isolated pawn, give your opponent an isolated pawn, and then often you can hold this position. But it looks like it's a little bit better for black, so he couldn't do that. So he did play the bishop here, but you can see already black is better here. So not only is he equal, it's also better here. So it would be hard for Hikaru to win this game now. And here it's an interesting thing. Black decides to win the pawn on d4, giving away his bishop, and that's especially if you only need a draw, that looks really like the correct decision. Like, it's hard to believe that white can win this position here, but he will try, of course, because of how it is. But the opening has been a success for Gukesh. He's already he has a stable position that should be quite easy to draw here. Hikaru probably realized that, so he trades queens, which of course reduces his winning chances, but he has the bishop pair as compensation for the pawns. It's relatively equal still. And they are playing this endgame here. Now white just doesn't have anything. And black has, because black only needs a draw, it's like quite safe. Looks like black went for some kind of a tactic here, but he has that move in between. And if you go here, then I guess, okay, so he has this in between then, so he had control here of the tactics, not losing a piece. It looked a little bit like he would lose a piece, but he didn't. And now here he managed to trade to opposite colored bishop. So here, if anyone has chance to win, it's black, of course, but it's, yeah, maybe not now. It's even pawn, so it should just be a pretty simple draw for both players. So let's just see how it finished. Yeah, so they could have taken a draw here, but yeah, because tournament situation, they continued. So here something happened. White, yeah, sacrificed his piece to win. But it's like, yeah, this is a known draw position. Basically, bishop and king draws against the rook if you can get to the opposite colored corner. So this is just a draw, and here, yeah, nothing to do. So, and because Nepomniachtchi and Fabiano Caruana both drew their games, then Gukesh advanced to get the right to get world champion, to play Liren in the World Championship match in Singapore starting 25th of November. And if there would be any interest in that, might stream some games on my channel. I would definitely analyze the games afterwards, if there is any interesting games. And I will also do a more, if I have time and energy, I will also do more Gukesh games. He played a few tournaments. He actually played a lot of tournaments this year, this summer and this autumn. For example, the European Club Cup, where I also played and met him. I didn't play against him, but I saw him in I saw him because I was there in Vranja Cabanja in Serbia. And now he's traveled to Singapore probably to prepare. And I saw him, I was watching him, I was very, very happy, even if he had a bad tournament. He had a bad tournament in the European Club Cup. He was very happy and laughed and spent a lot of time with the other Indian young players. So he seemed to be in a really good move, even if he played bad in that tournament. And that's, of course, easy to be in a good move. We're gonna play the World Championship match. I guess winner gets maybe $10 million and loser gets maybe $5 million. He's like set for life with money already now when he's 18. So that's nice. He can spend a whole life just have fun and play chess. So that's nice. That's nice for him, and it will be fun to follow that. So I would probably do more games before the match starts later. See you then.